master's and PhD from the US. And silicon architecture is my forte, doing hardware, software, co-design from the device physics of software to software. I love talent transformation. I have a portfolio in Intel before, after my PhD in the US. And then at Qualcomm, I had a stint where I could be here.
Yeah, please.
And because it's very appropriate for you all to. Okay, namaste all. Again, my name is Dr. Arun Janardhanan, silicon architect, born and raised in Kanchipuram and Chennai, but did most of my schooling in Chennai. And after that, master's and PhD from the US. So 12 years in America, I have two children, 9-year-old daughter and 13-year-old son. After 12 years in US, I built silicon chips during the whole duration, which means I have interest in understanding how device physics works at 1.8 nanometers today to building softwares, complex AI machines and processes. At HCL, I manage a portfolio of training talent transformation for many people like you to just get on board and push them straight into awesome projects across different industries. This is the academic side. Besides that, I've always had curiosity to understand mathematics. Can you teach mathematics through storytelling? Was my curiosity. So counting to calculus, I have a 1 hour story. Sitting straight, happily, as a story, take you on steps is a very fascinating 3 to 1 round type of stories, but just eye to eye contact and just experiencing the bliss of mathematics. When I was doing this silicon design and everything, something caught my attention. How about building a holistic, self-sustained society, which could have been India's past? We don't know. We don't want to debate whether India's past has been best or not always. But we want to bring the best of past to the future. Best of the past, the future is what you are all. Every child here, every kid here has been from the best of the past. Because if you just go back 12 generations, it's 4,096 ancestors, immediate ancestors, the last 12 generations, 300 years back. Right? So I had the curiosity, how to bring this best into our environment currently. So making our food is the most important dimension. Food has today 18 different pesticides, chlorpyrifos, diamides, endosulfan. Factories making so much food, and they are making sure all the greens go to animals. Animals go back to green. They are like confusing everything and bringing back some dish for you to eat, for all to eat. So much chemicals can our body sustain. What is the point in boasting so much technological prowess and greatness in the world that humans have achieved so much to be just guilty and pride at the same time? Not even make our own food, which is poison free. So this curiosity got my attention. I said, okay, let's find out what is the secret behind India to farm. India has 3 million square kilometers in area. Overall, 3 million square kilometers, of which 96% is villages. 4% is only urban areas. So half the population of India is living in 4% of India's land area, which is 70 crore people living in 4% of area trying to solve the world's problem. Them being there itself is the problem. How could you then get them back to different parts of India and get that blossom out? What were they doing in different parts of India? Any village you touch, go back to your hometown and ask. The village has a name. 10,000 years from Anadikala, it has a name. Then how have people been self-sustained there? How has the carbon to nitrogen ratio of the soil been there? Who brought this great ratio here? What is this nitrogen fixation that is happening here? Has it all been just scientific or also more dimensions are there, including quantum? Because quantum have more questions than answers. Science is giving you more questions than answers. In 2025, you're fortunate to experience those questions more than the answers. You're very fortunate. Right?
Only
Device physics. You take device physics. Where does device physics end? Whenever there is a quantum boundary, it ends. Correct? The pair experiment in Princeton, you must be aware, puts a quantum random number generator at the heart of the laboratory and many places in the world. When human sentiments go skewed, the bias of that also goes skewed. So there's so much to research beyond science today. We're fortunate, right? So I wouldn't go too deep into it, but I'm very happy to be here. This place, there's cameras and so much buzzing activities going on. How storytelling has to be done, because some part of filmmaking is actually storytelling, right? And even though I'm just a quick visitor here for a minute, I might not have been so expressive as you wanted me to. I'll try my best, right? So to impress students of this level is in fact very challenging. So any questions for you? Anything that you might have questions? End of the day, just make sure to ask one question: am I leading an as inexploitative life as possible throughout my life? As inexploitative, as cutely transactional as possible. Without when the give and take is not very obvious. If you're taking too much from the soil, then you're not being good to the soil. How do you give back to the soil? is by raising Indian breed cow and bull. Indian breed cow and bull is the answer. 2 minutes, I've given you the answer. Indus Valley seal, if you go back in time, it is a metal seal. It has a metal seal made up of wool. And if you go back to Jainism and many other religions in the past, everything begins with the bull. So Tamil Nadu has 45 breeds in total. We do Ranchi Kuttai, go down south, it is Ambalacheri, Alambadi, Kangayam, Manapparai, Tanjai Kuttai, Pulikulam. In your village, you have a native bull and a cow. You'll be very fortunate if the bull is still there, the cow will be there. For every 5,000 cows you find, you'll only find 10 bulls. Because boys are very hard to get their attention and keep them going sustained for a long time. And when two boys fight, when two bulls fight, they destroy the entire village and continue their fight like as nothing happened. So only 10 bulls are found. Rest of them are sent out to slaughter. The original Y chromosome of the bull is very important. The world knows it. 175 breeds are held captive in Haryana, where they are trying to protect this. That is not the way to protect. Freely graze them in the villages. 100 of them we are giving away to every village. So from here, IWIL is one of the foundations that is helping us in IIT Madras. So 150 students will be coming with us to villages. We'll explain to you how to experience villages, and perhaps if we get an opportunity of sir and many other people, you can even take excellent photography videos of those moments of the 96% of India, which will have so much cattle, the birds and birds chirping, the water bodies here and the agricultural farmlands. The seasons of the day is fantastic. At 5 a.m. in the morning, you just go and take a walk. You will just bliss, absolute bliss. You can connect to every single life around you. And as long as you mean great for every DNA in your life, one handfist of soil, Indian soil, you take one handfist of Indian soil, it has 3 trillion microorganisms, 30 grams in weight, but 3 into 10 to the power of 12. You put that in a drum, you put Indian breed cow urine in it, and cow dung in it, and jaggery in it, and a little bit of urd dal powder in it, and mix it. In 3 days, it becomes 10,000 times in the same drum. You put it back into the farmland, which has such huge microbial activity, quickly growing all the plants and everything that you have. We have 300 plus varieties of rice grown in our farms. So all the students are coming there for a farm visit now. So half a day farming, half a day of coding technology, all your technological pursuits you can enjoy. With fit body, exposure to sun, whatnot. And eventually settling down in such a wonderful place, we'll all be so gifted, isn't it? So we're all here for a very inexploitative life and good food, nice comfort for the family. Question.
You said you need to let the cattle
Freely grace.
freely graze.
Freely grace.
Freely graze. They don't have any natural predators.
Natural predators as of now, right?
So they lower graze.
Correct.
Then the soil is settled.
Correct.
Then we'll have predators.
So now, whether or not the predators, lack of predators or the predators is not cycling the soil yet or not, has to be seen only after they overpopulate. Today, there is no cattle at all on the villages. No people only in the villages, leave alone cattle. No people alone in the villages. Every village has a marked land called Mekal Porombo, 100 acres of land where there is absolutely no. Very valid point. What happens when something gets overpopulated? It's a critical point given also for humans, by the way. Just about a little while back, they said nothing is there to protect the humans. Therefore, no, that is not the real loss of humans. The real loss of humans is because the fertility is gone. Right? We didn't go because there is no predators. Likewise, every other species has the same problem. So there's a microbiome chain which we don't know. We're yet to discover. I'll put you on the top of that list of research. Correct? It's a very good question. So whether the predators being there or not is the reason why you're not getting enough wealth from the soil is a good question to address. Whether the cycle seasons will come back when the cow and bull has. See guys, I'm from a genre, you can say, of religion where cow is worshipped as a god. Havo Visvashya Matraha. So it says there are about 10,000 shlokas on how in the morning you take a bull for farming and plow and then bring it back and give a wash. They say 33,000 crore gods are present inside the cow and bull. It gets me inquisitive only. When I see it, when I see a dog, the dog is so affectionate and loving. It says, please take care of me. So much love. When you see a cat, it is also so affectionate and loving. It says, you look like my food, but still I like you. I won't eat you. And it just goes around. But when you see a cow, it is telling you, I want to take care of you. Will you allow me? This is the signal that I understood 1 year back. Technologists, been in the US for 12 years, done everything possible that you guys are aspiring to do. And I'm here to give you a peek into that inexploitative world. When the cow and the bull says to you, that I want to take care of you, will you allow me? How fascinating is that? So now if you go back in time and when a calf is born, by the way, cow lives for 20 long years, giving 20 calves and 16 calves in his lifetime. Not 20, but 16, right from the second year. When you artificially inseminate it, when you put an AI into it, it just gives only 3 calves and done. You can't mix breeds from all these different places. You can't bring a Thar Parker here, this here, that here. 8 feet bull cannot come and they are jumping on top of 30 shorter breeds in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has 45. So as much as possible, do not transport them. As much as possible, keep them where they are and allow the bulls to, and train the bulls. That is the most important dimension that we are trying to test now. Right. So I think I've covered some dimensions. I couldn't go. We have 7:30 meeting at Util, but I'll probably go there and talk to your IIL folks and have connect more in detail. Any other question that I might have? I understand that from your eyes I might have triggered a lot of questions, but keep asking them. Answers will definitely come. I'll assure you for that. And your ecosystem is here. All the teachers, the entire fraternity, of the best institute. So answers will definitely come for you. Thank you all.
One, like, there's not a question, but I'm going to ask something.
Sure.
Like, are you arranging any tour to visit?
Yes, on 28th, we're going to a Vembanur, one of the villages in ECR. I will coordinator, Atharva, and many other people are Chitra, and they're all, you must have had some announcements on I will. So we are going there. When we go to a village, we have to study it with the mindset of understanding things from the village. Hear the, like in that Frozen movie, hear the village. Understand what the village is saying. You don't go with an agenda. I will teach you now how to become this 4% of India. No. I'll teach you about sanitation, about hygiene, about no. So every time is yours there, it is all free. We only have so much problem disposing. And you're not supposed to take it all back to the ocean. You're supposed to send it back to the soil. How about you consume everything and then you put it back into the ocean? So you're supposed to sustainably live somewhere, right? So that things cycle and you get better. So villages have a treasure in them. So understanding this is very special. So you might have to close your eyes and enjoy the bliss, the song, the music, and things are going to get exciting in the next couple of years. Let me not break the suspense for you about. Let's see how it goes. Anything else? I love looking at your eyes and talking about all this because I get the same effect I have in the farm when I look at 100 different Indian breed our cows and bulls. This is the way they sharply observe, sensitive skin, long neck, huge hump. Cows also have hump. Took me a long time to figure that. I thought only bulls have hump, cows will be straight. That is a damn Jersey cow that came from Europe, London. They brought it here in 1886. That is not ours. It's not that we don't have to take care of it once it's here. They were brought here to milk, give tons and tons of so-called milk mixing with coffee, and so that is really not milk also now. Everybody's scared to drink milk nowadays. A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, they're worried. And dairy products, they're worried. Food, they're worried. So we have an interesting solution, which is what brought me here to give you a peek of it. If you have an opportunity to connect to nature, latch on to it as early as early morning when you do a sadhana with your curriculum also, have your mindsets adjusted to the body clock seasons. And you have a great future ahead of you. I'm so happy to present this out to you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.